Do you anticipate doing your normal thing this week? You know, playoff situation being whatever it is, the normal allotment of snaps in the whole nine, or what do you think?
Yeah, we have to finish, and at the end of the day, this is not going to be a game where you have two teams that are just ready to go home. Like, we have another opportunity to go out there, play the game we love, perform, and then obviously on their side, I mean, they're playing for a ton, so they're going to come out ready to go. So we have to make sure we match that intensity.
Why is it important in your mind to finish? I know that's obviously what given because you're a professional, but just given the stakes, not being in the playoffs,
Yeah,
but still.
but I think it just shows the type of player that you are. Like, do you really love the game, or are you only playing because there's some trophy or award at the end, or do you really love this game? Because ultimately, you like to think everyone who is in this league and they've made it. Because there's a lot of sacrifices that you have to make to get here to this point, which means you must truly, truly love the game of football. So I just think it's all within all of us players, is we truly love the game.
I know we've talked a lot about your personal performance over the course of like the second half of the season. Is there anything looking back that you wish you could have done differently? Is there more you could have done? It seems like you got the yards that were there, but I don't know.
Yeah, of course you get one or two more explosive plays. Now you turn a 60-yard, 70-yard game into maybe a 120, 130. So, and that's usually what it is. You know, you can have a game where you grind it out, you have very efficient runs, and that's typically what it looks like. But when you have that one explosive run, that's usually what puts you over the edge, you know, one or two explosive runs. So always looking back to see, you know, could you have made that one-on-one matchup? Could you have made him miss? Could you have set up a block a little better and manipulated the defender? So you always look at those, because ultimately we did have some efficient runs, and it was kind of those explosives that were missing a little bit in the second half.
Is it too simple to say that because of the passing game fell off, maybe people are crowding the line, there's one extra guy, so maybe that limits the big plays or not?
I mean, that's not too simple, because that's definitely going to happen for sure. But then there's times where we were still close. You know, you have to find ways to adjust. And Tony, he does a great job with the guys up front and finding different ways to scheme whatever defense we're playing. So there were times that we were close. And like I said, then it comes to, hey, should I have manipulated the defender a little more? Or, hey, was there a way that I could have just attacked his angle a little bit better and it would have been a missed tackle? So like I said, we had a lot of efficient runs. It was just, how can we find those one or two more explosives in the second half? Because, you know, we're playing some really good defenses.
You hit career highs in receptions and receiving yards this year. Did that mean something to kind of, because your production of the passing game had been a little lower the last couple of years?
Oh, that definitely is. You asked if I was proud of that, or
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. You obviously want to think that you're getting better and progressing in some way, whether it's in the running game, in the passing game, the knowledge of the game. You always want to think every single year you're getting a little better at something. So to see that go up, that means we've been doing a great job executing. Two, that means it's a testament to the hard work we've put in off-season, OTAs, training camp. And you just want to try to continue to build on that. So that's definitely something that we definitely took a step forward in collectively, for sure.
47 yards back of James Cook for the rushing title this year. Is that in your mind coming into Sunday? Does that mean something to you? How do you approach that?
Well, ultimately, we got to win this game. Like I said, and it's not going to be easy whatsoever. I mean, those guys, they're playing for a whole ton, so they're going to bring it with that intensity, and we have to match it. And ultimately, once we get to the game, records aside, it's, hey, how do we finish off the season on the right foot? So whatever needs to be done in order to just finish off on the right foot with the win. I think that we've worked very hard this season, and obviously the fans watching, like they deserve at least a win to send this thing off. So whatever it takes for us to go and get this win, which is going to be tough.
But it would be nice.
Sure, definitely would be nice. Definitely would be nice.
JT, you were pretty candid after the game about, hey, when things don't go your way in the season, change is inevitable. When you look at the core players that have been here, you, DeForest Buckner, Quentin Nelson, Michael Pittman Jr., whatever, I guess how would you evaluate these last few years and maybe not getting over the hump and what the difference is to get into the dance?
Yeah, it's been tough, especially, and I just think about some of the guys who've been here for a while, like you mentioned, like Quentin and guys like Grove, just guys who've been here for a long time. Luke Rhodes, they've been fighting, scratching, and clawing, and they've had ebbs and flows, ups and downs. And then now, of course, 2020 class that I was in coming in, we've had some ups and downs, and a lot of downs. And I just think growing that relationship with them. And any team, it's always tough to have a team together for an extended period of time. So I'm super grateful for being able to be together with these guys for this long. And I think it's on us. I think it's on us as we look at ourselves this offseason. And like you kind of mentioned this, Stephen, like, was there more I could have done? And obviously, being critical, players are the most critical on themselves. They're going to look at every single play and figure out, hey, how could I have done something to just impact the game a little more? But I do think the entire season we came in each and every single week. We worked every single game. We came in ready to go fight, scratch, and claw until the clock strikes zero. And, I just hope that we can continue to build that relationship together. Like I said, it's not very often you get to have the same group of guys for as long as we had. So just going to try to go into this offseason after this last game and just do a real deep evaluation and just saying, hey, how can I grow and get better? Like you mentioned, passing game, whatever it is, the running game, just how can we continue to grow and get better to be a better player so that when we come together again collectively, that we're able to take another step forward.
Playing 17 games at your position is tough to do. You should pull that off, I think, at this point. What do you think that was? Is there any luck involved in that, or is that a result of what you're doing in the offseason?
I mean, obviously, it's definitely a bit of luck, just the nature of the beast, for sure. There's definitely a bit of luck. But then also I feel like there's a lot of risk mitigation that comes in when you take care of your body, you have the right nutrition, and you're very serious about the prehab, the prep work, how you warm up before a game, what do you do immediately after a game. So I do think it's a combination of everything. But like you mentioned, there's definitely a bit of luck. Because sometimes, like if it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and short, and you're just trying to go in there and get the first down, I mean, there's no telling how the pile is going to end up. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of that can be mitigated, at least I like to think, through your preparation.
And JT, wrapping up year 3 with Shane, how do you think he's grown and evolved as a coach, and how has your relationship grown with him?
I think that Coach Shane has done a great job of, after being together for a few years and seeing how he's noticed, okay, this is how we can put some of our pieces in position for success. Obviously, you coach, player, you got to get to know each other. But as we've grown throughout these last 3 years, he's seen like, okay, certain players, I believe if we have this scheme or we have this concept in, they would thrive in this concept. And in finding ways to work that into the game plan, depending on whatever defense or scheme that we're going against. So I do commend him for that, because I know there are a lot of times there are some coaches around the league I heard that, they're just, hey, this is what I run, this is what my scheme is, this is my system, and you have to fit in it or you move on elsewhere. But I think Shane does a great job of trying to involve everybody as much as he can each and every single week. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again next year, taking another step forward, because not only players but coaches evaluate themselves as well and try to get better each and every single year.
Thanks, JT.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.